Men, where are you? Since Harvey Weinstein and his predatory brothers were caught acting out toxic masculinity last fall, I've been asked this question a lot. More and more women are speaking up, and thank goodness, people are listening. Me Too has started a movement that has woken up a lot of people. This is very important, but almost no one is talking about the system that made it possible for men like Weinstein to do well. As the late sociologist Alan Johnson put it, this system is male-dominated, male-identified, and male-centered. It's a cop-out for the mainstream media to cover individual stories of dead men. If they want to get to the bottom of the problem, they need to look at why men think they have the right to hurt women. And that brings us to patriarchy, whether you like the word or not. Women and men need to stand together against patriarchy. If we don't, the tipping point for #MeToo could go in the wrong direction. As the main people who have been sexually harassed or assaulted by men, women are leading the way as a wave of change hits a culture that unfairly gives men more power. But they're not on their own. As spoiled men in entertainment, politics, the media, and the arts are exposed, suspended, or fired, we are asked, where are the men? It's a legitimate question. The movement was started and is still led by women, but it's also our cause. Some men have known each other for many years. Since the 1960s, more and more men of all races and ethnicities in the U.S. and around the world have been working to stop domestic and sexual violence and to change traditional ideas about what it means to be a man, a father, and a brother. Surprisingly, when talking about Me Too, most of the media haven't talked about or even mentioned how pro-feminist men have been criticizing manhood and masculinity since the 1970s. When Gloria Steinem said, "Women want a men's movement," it became a famous quote. Some men were listening and saying, "We are literally dying for it." Men allied nationally for the Equal Rights Amendment urged, the first Batterer Intervention Program, and the Oakland Men's Project were among the first feminist groups. But now, because Me Too is such a big chance for men to challenge what we were taught to believe that male-dominated, male-identified, male-centered societies are normal, and because we have a chance to learn about the history and ongoing activism of the anti-sexist men's movement, the question is what men can do right now. Adapted from 10 Things Men Can Do to Stop Gender Violence by MVP Strategies, here is a short list of ideas. Think of sexual harassment and violence against women as a problem with men. Think of men not just as abusers or possible abusers, but also as witnesses who can stand up to abusive peers. Don't remain silent. Don't turn your back on someone who is mistreating or being rude to his female partner or anyone else. Talk to him. Urge him to seek help. Be brave enough to look inside. Think about how you feel. Don't try to defend yourself when you've hurt someone. Know how your thoughts and actions might unintentionally keep violence going. Try to make them different. If you hurt women emotionally, mentally, physically, or sexually, or if you have in the past, you should get help from a professional. Come on board. Be a friend to women who are working to stop violence against women. Help the women who started the Me Too movement with their courage and strong voices. Be a friend. Recognize and speak out against homophobia and bashing, which are forms of abuse that are directly connected to sexism. Eve, the gender identity and sexual orientation of men who challenge sexism is often questioned, a strategy intended to silence them. This is a key reason few men speak out. Get an education. Attend programs, watch movies, and read books and articles about multicultural masculinities, inequality between men and women, and the causes of gender violence. The Me Too movement will still be led by women, but men must play a key role as partners and allies. If men are willing to look into how harmful patriarchy is and learn about the benefits of gender equality, this dangerous time could be the end of patriarchy and the beginning of the next chapter of feminism.